use of substrings, okay, you would do something like this. You would do if, and then say the string, okay. Or I think, no, you just keep it like this. So if the string is equal to the string in reverse.
Oh, okay.
So if the string, okay, like this, so if you input something like this, okay, is equal to the string but in reverse, so this string but in reverse, then you concatenate it.
Okay.
Just remember, you know, this, if you want to reverse the string, use this, and I've explained why that works.
Of course. Thank you.
Can you explain the question again?
I'm done.
All right, Lutfi, just hang tight. Okay, so Hasna, which part of the question do you not understand?
I think like everything.
Okay, so basically, the first thing you've got to do, okay, is you've got to have an input statement, okay, that allows you to input the amount you want to loop by. So say if you put 3, okay, you're going to input, the loop's going to be 3, so you're going to input 3 strings, like here. The number will equal to 3, and so you're going to input the string, you input a string 3 times. That's the first thing you've got to do. Second thing you've got to do is you've got to use an if statement to check, is this string that I've just input a palindrome or not? And I've explained it to Zayed how you can do that. And then the third thing is, if it satisfies that condition, if this string is indeed a palindrome, okay, you've got to concatenate it into one big concatenation.
Thank you.
Okay, so for those of you who are done, like Lutfi, just hang tight, okay? Well, we'll go through question 1 together. And so in the meantime, you can start doing question 2, okay? Which is, question 2 is, write a program that allows you to input your name and output its abbreviations. Abbreviations, I think that's how you spell it. Okay, so basically if your input, okay, if your input is Robert De Niro, okay, then your abbreviation would be RDN. That's going to be the output. If your name is Ronald Bilius Weasley, okay, then the abbreviations would be RBW. And remember, when you're doing abbreviations, okay, it's got to be in capital letters. So yeah, if you're done with question 1, just move on to question 2. Oh yeah, and if you are indeed done with question 1, just type in the chat question 1 finished, so I can know how many people have finished question 1.
Oh wait, also, for it to be a palindrome, does all for example the number is 4, does all 4 of the strings have to be a palindrome, or if only one of them, then you concatenate it?
So basically, with this program, how it works is, if it is a palindrome, then you concatenate it, then you join it into the superstring. If it's not a palindrome, then you don't join it into the superstring, because like at the end you should have a superstring, whether it's k and whatever, you should have a superstring that you output.
Okay.
Okay, so I think a lot of people have finished question one. Well, there's still a couple that didn't finish question one, but before we look at it together, Adam, Atar, Azka, Azam, Kenzie, Rayhan. Oh wait, I think Rayhan finished. Rafi, you guys almost done, or you still have a long way to go?
I'm just a little confused in the if statement part. I know the palindrome thing, but I'm not sure about the rest.
Okay. Adam, are you almost done? Okay, his might be broken, or he might not be here at all. Anyway, so for those of you that haven't finished, just pay close attention. We're going to go through question one together. Okay, so let's take a model answer. Zaid, can you please share your screen so we can look at your answer?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, let's look at Zaid's answer. Okay, good. He's got the null value at the top. He's got his input statement, okay, for the amount of strings he can input. Good, and now X is in the for-i range. Good. Okay, now inside the loop, he has the string input. Okay, and then he has the if statement for the palindrome, which is basically the normal string, the string from left to right. Is it the same as the string from right to left? Is it the same as the string reversed? If it is, then it's concatenated into the superstring. And as you can see here, none is a palindrome, tub is not, bub is a palindrome, nuck is not. And so the words that are palindrome, none, and bub are concatenated into a superstring. Good, excellent. So for those of you that have not completed this, is there anything you don't understand about Zaid's code? Okay, so it's all clear to you guys. So now you guys know how to solve this question. All right, so another question I want to ask is, did anybody do anything radically different than Zaid? So if everyone who has finished it did things similar to Zaid, then that's fine, because this question doesn't really have that much variation anyway. So if you finish question one, move on to question two. And as I can see that Lutfi has finished question two, so I will be giving a question three. But wait, no, Rehan's finished it. So Kenzie ngerti nggak kayak mana cara menyelesaikan pertanyaan nomor satu?
Nggak terlalu.
Paham Kenzie?
Nggak terlalu paham.
Nggak terlalu paham. Oke. Ya udah. Zaid, you know what? It's fine, Zaid. I'll just make the code right here, right now. Okay, so ya, solusinya kan kayak gini. Oke. Pertama Kenzie harus taruh variable yang isinya nggak ada apa-apa. Itu akan diperlukan nanti. Jadi misalnya variabelnya ini. Dan variable ini ya, ini akan menyimpan semua kata-kata yang palindrom. Jadi semua kata-kata yang palindrom akan digabungkan ke dalam string ini. Itu makanya kita buat ya ini sebagai tidak apa-apa. Oke. Habis itu step berikutnya Kenzi harus tulis input statement yang nomor. Oke, jadinya kayak gini, int harus bilang int karena ini nomor. Oke, kita delete ini dulu. Oke. Oke. Oke, dan nomor ini oke. Ya, itu adalah nomor berapa kali program ini akan menanya untuk input. Oke, jadi berikutnya adalah harus tulis loop. Oke, loop itu kan biasa pakai for. Oke, for I in range. Terus harus berapa kali loopnya? Ya, berapa kalinya itu jawabannya di sini 6. Masukkan 6 ke situ. Oke, jadi misalnya Kenzi masukkan nomor 4, jadi ini akan loop 4 kali. Oke. Jadi ini akan mengulang 4 kali loopnya. Kalau Kenzi masukin 4 di sini. Oke. Terus habis itu kan step berikutnya kan pertanyaannya minta program ini bisa memasukkan kalimat atau kata ya. Jadi yang berikutnya harus tulis input statement. Kita buat G. Harus string. Karena ini yang Kenzi mau menggabungkan. Ini yang Kenzi mau concatenate. Jadi harus bilang ini string. Input. Oke. Terus, pas katanya udah di-input, udah dimasukkan. Step berikutnya, langkah berikutnya adalah Kenzi harus buat program ini membedakan mana yang palindrom, mana yang nggak palindrom. Cara membedakannya itu adalah pakai if statement. Terus if statementnya G itu kata dari bacanya dari kiri ke kanan. Oke. Sama nggak dengan kata ini, tapi dibacanya dari kanan ke kiri. Dan cara ambil kata dari kanan ke kiri itu buat substring kayak gini. Karena ini dari awal sampai akhir, terus stepnya itu -1, jadinya bacanya itu dari kanan ke kiri. Oke, kalau bacanya dari kiri ke kanan sama dengan dari kanan ke kiri, itu akan diconcatenate, akan digabungkan ke superstring namanya string tadi. Jadi caranya itu string tambah sama dengan G. Itu kalimat ini sama aja artinya dengan ini. G. Oke. Ini itu artinya sama aja dengan ini tapi disingkatkan. Nah, kalau misalnya Kenzi kan inputnya 4 kan di sini. Jadi ini akan ulang 4 kali. Setelah 4 kali, programnya akan keluar dari loopnya dan akan print G. Dan G itu apa? G itu semua kata-kata yang palindrom dimasukkan, digabungkan di dalam G ini. Jadi misalnya ada nab, ada bab, ada kab, dan ada lal. Oke. Yang palindrom itu cuman bab sama lal. Jadi G itu sama dengan bab lal. Jadi ini yang akan keluar. Oke, jadi Kenzi paham sekarang?
Iya.
Oke. And Lutfi, oh yes, I've been leaving you in the dark there. Sorry about that. Let me just give you a question quickly. Okay, so for those of you that have finished question 2 as well, like Rafi, like Lutfi, you guys can go ahead and move to question 3. And question 3 is basically this. Find the last position of a substring Emma in a given string. Now let me just explain that question. Okay, so let me just move a couple things. Yeah, you can move there. Okay. So what does this question mean? So say, for example, Emma works in accounting. Last time Emma did work was 2 months ago. Emma is very lazy. Okay. Okay, so that's the string. And so the last position of a substring Emma would be here. Oops, spelling mistake. So guys, remember, space and a full stop are counted as strings, okay, are counted as characters. So you've got to remember this. So the last position means the last time Emma appears in a string. So this is the first time Emma appears in the string. This is the second time, and this is the last time the name Emma appears in the string. So this is the last position of a substring, of the substring, Emma. So how can you find the last position? Well, it's basically like you can do it sort of like this. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so I've counted, and that Emma last appears starting from index 67. So basically this right here, this E right here, is the 67th character in the string. Okay, remember it starts from 0. So 0 and all the way to 67, you'll reach here. You'll reach this E. And that's basically the last position of the substring Emma, 67. Because 67 is when the name Emma first starts to appear as the last position in the substring. I do apologize if my explanation was a bit confusing, but I hope you understand what I'm saying here. So what I'm basically asking you to do is that you gotta find when does Emma appear last, okay? And at what position is the first letter in, basically. So when does Emma appear last? Emma appears last here, okay? And so what's the position of the first letter? 67. And you guys don't have to input this string, okay? This string I did here, you don't have to do that. You can literally just do this. Emma loves, Emma hates Emma, okay? And so the last position, the last time Emma appears is here. And so you just have to find the index position of the first letter of the last occurrence of Emma. So this way it's a lot easier to count what the index position is. As in this case, the index position is 22. Atar and Azam as well. I've edited question 1. See if you can try and solve it now.
Oh no, Rafif, I did the question 1, the one before.
Oh, so you finished the original question 1.
Yes.
Me too, but I think my code has a problem. Can you solve it?
Yeah, okay. But Atar, don't worry. You can also do this. So this question 1 is very similar to the original question 1, but the if statement is different. See if you can edit the if statement to fit this question. And as for Azam, can you share your screen?
Okay. Oh wait. This but there's a little bit of a problem when I run it.
Yeah, Azam, I know.
It's give me syntax error.
I know what your error is. So basically, what you did is you did equals instead of equals equals. What's the difference? Well, equals means like you're assigning it something. You're putting something into a variable. That's what equals mean.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
But when you do equals equals, it's you're comparing. Is it the same? Okay, equals equals mean is it the same as? Well, equals mean you're putting something into a variable. Like for example, here at the top, you're putting nothing, okay, into string because string equals nothing. And for this one, you want to do is k the same as k but in reverse? And so the same as in Python is equals equals.
Oh yeah. I kind of forget about that. It should be work, right?
I think you will encounter another problem, but go ahead and write it. Yeah, okay, so can you just close it for a bit? Okay, so basically you haven't declared K, okay? Remember what I said to Rafi before? If you want to do a concatenation or a calculation with a variable, you've got to declare it first. Because if you didn't declare the variable beforehand, the Python will get confused because you're using a variable that has no value. Okay, because right now K has no value because you didn't declare it beforehand. And you're supposed to declare it in the input statement. But in the input statement, you put F instead of K.
Oh, this?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? It's not the same. So you're asking the Python program to refer to a K that does not exist because you didn't declare it.
Wait. So like this?
Yep. And now you've got to change this K too. Now try it. See if it works. Do more than one because otherwise we can't see the concatenations.
Oh wait.
Do around 4. And you can do 3 that are palindrome and 1 that are not. Okay, do 2 that is a palindrome and 1 that is not. So you know what a palindrome is, right? Okay.
I don't really understand about
Okay.
palindrome.
Palindrome is, like I said before, is
I know
is if
it's
the
the
word,
same word.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's the
for
word.
example, aha, aha, okay, you read it from left to right and right to left, it's still aha, aha.
Like this. Haha.
Yeah, so when you read it from left to
Ah.
right, it's ha ha, right from to left, ha ha. So that's a palindrome.
Okay.
You can,
And the second.
for example, bub. Bub is a palindrome, like B-U-B, that's a palindrome. So B-U-B, type in B-U-B. Okay, that's fine. So that's a palindrome. And for this one, type in lob, L-O-B. Because lob is not a palindrome because from right to left, it's ball, not lob. So that's not a palindrome.
Okay.
So it should concatenate the first two, but not the third one.
Okay.
There we go.
Hey, thank you.
So I've edited question 1. You can do that if you want, or you can move to question 2 or question 3, but they are a bit harder. So my suggestion is do this modified question 1.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
How do you grab the index of a character? So like if a string was Bob, how do you get the index of the first B?
Okay, so let me just do an example. Let me just move this up here. Let me just close this a bit. Okay, so let's say the string is helicopter. Say you want T in particular, okay? So T is basically 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So T equal to 7. And in the substring, you would do 7 and you get T. But you want the 7. You don't want the T, you want the 7. Okay. So in this case, okay, in question 3, you should use a variable inside the substring because it changes, right? You're going through the entire string one by one, so you should have a changing variable inside the substring. So let's say it's num, okay? And let's say num right now is 7 because right now it's equal to T, so num right now is 7. And so you just do print num. Basically, you just print the variable value inside the substring that's pointing to it. Do you get what I mean?
So you're basically saying string num equals t, and then you print whatever it is, whatever it happens to be.
Yeah, because say
Okay.
for example, the question asks like, find the index value of t. So your program, you know, you got to use a loop, goes from one end to the string to the other, okay? And then finally it finds t, okay? And when it finds t, num right now is at 7, so you just print the num. Because like a program like this, okay, if it's not t, then then the num's going to be incremented by 1. You get what I mean?
Okay, I get it.
Okay, good. So I'm just going to say that the questions in the test will not get harder than question 3. Question 3 is literally the hardest question you could ever find. So if you can do question 3, you're well on your way.
It says like num not defined when I do that. Do I have to define it first?
Wait, that means you haven't declared num previously
Yeah,
because
how do I declare it as an integer without like giving whatever?
that's why when I do these kind of things, I usually use, for example, like your loop if you're doing for I in range, that's why I usually use I, because I is already declared in the for loop.
Oh, okay,
and
okay.
and I will always keep incrementing by one because it's in the loop. So you don't even need this if you're using I from the loop.
Okay.
All right, guys, I would like to look at question 2 as a class. So everybody else pay attention. Okay, so let's see here. Who has finished question 2? Zaid's finished. Rafi's finished. And Lutfi's finished. Okay, Lutfi, can you please share your screen? I would like to see your answer for question number 2.
Okay, just 1 second.
All right, so everybody should stop whatever they're doing. Semuanya stop dan lihat ini dulu. Okay, so let's see what Lutfi has done here. His name, he has the name input statement. Okay, he's declared the variable ABBR. He's put that in there. Okay, Lutfi, let me just tell you something. You actually don't need two lines to do this. You can do ABBR equals name 0. Do you get what I mean? So you can make this 2 line into 1 line.
Oh, right. So I just have to
Just do
erase this, right?
ABBR equals name 0. There.
All right.
Okay. And you've declared a counter. And then 4 letter in name. Okay. So what's letter? Okay. Forward equals counter plus 1 if name counter equals. Okay, so counter is basically like the index value. So if it's equal to a space, then okay, again, Lutfi, this forward thing, I don't really think it's needed, so you can delete it. I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to have forward as, you know, as the direction pointing to the letter next to counter. But rather than doing that, you could just do plus equals name counter plus 1 inside here. So remove the forward and then do counter plus 1. Okay, because now this points to the letter next to counter. Okay, and now you're incrementing it. Again, if you, for example, if you're doing for I in range, if you used I as the value for the substring, you won't need this increment, but that's fine. And you're printing it ABBR.upper. Okay, good. And yeah, your code, I think, perfectly answers the question. So well done. I would like to see another answer. I would like to see Rafi. Can you please share your answer? So Rafi, are you there?
Rafi trying to talk right now.
Oh, but he said he finished question 1 and question 2. Okay, whatever, that's fine. So if Rafi can't show his answer, I'll just share mine. So I did this with you guys today. So let me just share my screen. Here we go. Okay, so again, anybody who has not finished question 2, pay attention. So again, you have the input statement. Okay, and now you're putting the first letter of the string into this superstring, okay? And you're also at the same time declaring the variable string. So you're doing so you're fulfilling 2 things here. You're declaring the variable string, and you're also putting the first letter of the name into the string, because as you know, if the letter is Ronald, or let's just make it easier, Harry, James, Potter. Okay, since you know that the first letter of a name is usually part of your initials. So it takes the first letter, H, into this. So right now string has H in it. Now how do we get the J and the P? We use this for loop. So basically this will go through the entire string from left to right. And if they find that the character is a space, okay, then it will get the character next to it, the character next to the space, okay, and put it into the string. So for example, here it goes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. 5 is a space. Okay.
Rafif, I need to speak.
Yeah. Yeah, just wait 1 minute, okay? After I'm done explaining this, you can leave. So basically, yeah, 5 is a space, okay? It's equal to a space. And so you get the character next to it, which is J. And so now you put J inside the string, okay? You put J inside the string. And it goes again, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now 10, the index 10 is a space. And so it gets the character next to the space, which is P, and it puts it into the string. And so so the output would be HJP. So Harry James Potter, you get the initials HJP. And how do you know that we're getting the character next to the space? Because if I is equal to the space, then I plus 1 is the character next to the space. So if when you do plus 1, that means you're doing the character after that. If you're doing plus 2, you're doing the character 2 characters away from I. So do you guys get how to solve question 2 now? Anybody have any questions? Everybody understand?
Yes.
Okay, so in this question, you're basically just using logic. Okay, you know that after every space is usually a new name, right? So after every space, it's usually a new name. And so you use this knowledge, and so you take every character after a space, because you know every character after a space is usually the first letter of a new name. So that's how you solve question 2. Now, I don't think anybody finished question 3, and that's okay, because question 3 is difficult. I have to
I
admit
finished
that.
question 3.
Oh, okay, well done. Okay, so Lutfi, before you leave, can you just show us question 3?
Okay. Oh, this was just a test.
Okay. So you've got the cent equals input that, okay. Cent equals cent dot lower, okay. Emma index equals -1. For I in range, again, I don't really think you need to say that it's an int, but that's fine. The length of cent, okay. Oh, okay. So you're not using input. You're creating a string. Okay, I get that. So if cent I equals e, and then m, and then a, Emma index equals I. If Emma index is bigger than okay. So this program works, right?
Yes. I can just show you.
No, that's fine. But I'm gonna admit, Lutfi, this program, okay, it works. It's perfect. It's great. But I would struggle to explain it to the rest of the class.
Oh, okay.
Okay, because so let me just show you my program. I'm not saying your program is bad at all because it works. Okay, it's perfect. It works. But I'm just showing you that there's a simple way to do it. So I think it's this one. Oh no, it's this. Sorry, that's the wrong one. Is it this one? Okay, no, that's also the wrong one. Hold on a sec, guys. Just bear with me here. Here we go. Okay, so here we go. So basically you have your input statement, okay, where you can input your string, and then this loop, which goes through each character of the string. So if Emma is found in the string, okay, if Emma is found in the string, then it will take I, which is basically the index of the starting letter of Emma. So let me just show you that this works. So say Emma loves Emma, hates Emma. Last occurrence of Emma starts at index 22. Why? Because this Emma is the last one, okay? And the first letter of that Emma is basically the 22nd character. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then you get, and then once you reach this E, okay, this E is the 22nd character. And that's why it says the last occurrence of Emma start. Oh shoot, guys, I'm not sharing, am I? I do apologize. I do apologize. All right, so here we go. So basically, this Emma is the last one. And so it gets the index position of the first character of the last Emma. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and so on until you reach E, which is the 22nd character. And that's where it says last occurrence of Emma starts at index 22. So guys, don't worry if you can't fully understand how this program works, because yes, this is really hard. Okay, this is like as hard as it gets for this topic of substring. So don't worry if you can't understand it. Yeah, just prepare for your test. You know, make sure you know all the substring and concatenation concepts, and if you do, I'm sure you'll do well in the test. So good luck and bye-bye.
Goodbye. Thank you.
Thanks and
Thank you.
bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Thanks, Rakib.
All right,
Bye-bye.
thanks
Rafiq,
guys.
before we
Bye,
go,
thank
before we
you.
go, can I show you my code for the second
Uh,
question?
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Bye-bye.
Okay, because it's not exactly like yours or Lutfi's.
All right, so let's see here. First name. I knew there's going to be someone who does it like this. And you took the simple route, and you basically just take the first character of the first name, the middle name, and the last name. And yes, this code works. Okay, this code perfectly works. And I didn't say you have to do one input, so technically you are satisfying the question. But yeah, I would prefer to do it. I would prefer if you did it in one input.
Okay.
But don't worry, this works perfectly fine, and you're using substrings, okay, and concatenations, and that's what's important. As long as that you're using concatenations and substrings in your code, I'm happy.
Okay.
So all right, you can leave the lesson now. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks.